Hey guys, Derek here. Welcome back to the channel. We are here to watch episode 1 of The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power. I am so stoked for this show. This has been probably my most anticipated show all year, I think. It's definitely the one that I've been the most excited for. This and House of the Dragon. I was really excited for Obi-Wan. I feel like there's a couple other shows that are coming that I'm super stoked for still, but this one easily at the top of the list. I love The Lord of the Rings so much. I'm a huge fan of the original Peter Jackson trilogy. I still enjoyed the Hobbit movies, even though for a lot of people it wasn't their cup of tea. I read the book. Well, I say book because my version is just like one large book where it like combines all three. I read that once when I was in like 7th grade. I have not read the Silmarillion. I hope to eventually, maybe one day, but I've always been slightly off-put by it due to the like textbook nature of it. So when this show was announced and it was announced that it was going to be covering aspects of the Silmarillion, I was very excited because then it's like dope. Now I don't have to read that. But the journey before this show has come out has been a roller coaster of people being, excited for it, people not being excited for it, a very vocal right-wing section of the internet trashing this show every chance they get before it had even come out, and so I'm hoping that it's a good show and that the quality of the show will break through the unnecessary hatred that it got already. So I'm very excited for it, and I want it to be good. I'm looking for it to be good. So yeah. So before we jump into it, if you end up enjoying my reaction, please leave a like on the video. That means a lot to me, helps my videos get seen more. If you are new here or you find yourself coming back often, hit subscribe and ring the bell so you're notified when I upload, especially if you want to see me react to The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power, because I guarantee you right now I will be reacting to all of it. However long this show goes, I will watch every episode. I love The Lord of the Rings, so I will be there every time. And then if you want to see the full uncut version of this reaction, consider supporting me on Patreon. Since this is the first episode of a new season, that full uncut will be completely public for anyone to check out. And if you find that it's something you're interested in, going forward, your support would mean the absolute world to me. But otherwise, let's jump into episode 1 of The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power.
Nothing is evil in the beginning. And there was a time when the world was so young, there had not yet been a sunrise.
Dang.
There was light.
There's a very vibrant color palette. Child-aged Galadriel?
Even you couldn't possibly believe their old scrap would float.
Kid's got the same cadence as Draco Malfoy. Wow. Is it gonna sail? Oh, is she planned for this swan? Galadriel, how did you do that?
Stop! Stop, don't! Stop, stop! Oh, don't!
Yo, fight them. Oh.
I told you it wouldn't float.
Yo, yeah, beat that kid up.
Do you know why a ship floats and a stone cannot?
Buoyancy.
Because the stone sees only downward.
Okay, well, for sure. If that's what we want to go with.
The ship feels the darkness as well, striving moment by moment to master her and pull her under. But the ship has a secret.
Physics.
But sometimes The lights shine just as brightly reflected in the water as they do in the sky. It's hard to say which way is up and which way is down.
Dang, that's gonna be a
How am I to know
moral
which way
theme
to follow?
probably throughout this show. We just got the moral question of Galadriel's journey. Wow, the music is already
We had no word
great.
for death, for we thought our joys would be unending.
Oh, that's the magic tree.
We thought our light.
All I know
Never
about this
dim.
story is that the tree gets eaten by a spider or something.
So when the great foe Morgoth destroyed the very light of our home, we resisted.
So they're not going to show the spider eat it? Oh my god. The Nazgul. Holy cow. Oh my god.
They said it would be over quickly. But the war left Middle-earth in ruin.
God dang, dude.
Now, we learned many words for death.
Oof. Oof.
For his orcs had spread to every corner of Middle-earth.
Yeah, that's no bueno.
Under the command of his most devoted servant, a cruel and cunning sorcerer. They called him Sauron.
Wow.
And there, in the darkness, his vow became mine.
Dang right, Galadriel.
To the ends of the earth we hunted Sauron. But the trail grew thin.
This is already so epic.
Perhaps we would be wise to camp here.
Nah.
And tomorrow begin the journey home.
Fight him.
We are losing the light.
She is dedicated to the cause.
There's nothing out here. We should have been there by now.
That looks like there's something there. And there.
We are there.
God dang, son.
My hand is past feeling.
Yeah, that's magic.
No. This place is so evil, our torches give off no warmth. This way.
That's creepy. Punch your way through, Galadriel. Use violence.
Even stone cannot hide the mark of one whose very hand is flame unquenched.
Is that it moving? Yeah, it's moving above him. Those dude's just got hit with a giant block of ice. Okay, so this is gonna turn into a one-person journey because this thing is gonna kill all of them. Whoa, that was rad. Dang, Galadriel, you're kind of a badass. Oh, just the final little poke.
We march at first light.
You about to mutiny right now, brother?
You shall do so alone.
Wow. Ooh, music. What an intro. What an intro. Holy cow.
Harfoots, dangerous creatures they are.
Aren't the Harfoots hobbits? What dangerous creatures. Look at them. They're good at hiding. Little sneaky little buggers.
Clear and clear.
Holy cow. They got a whole setup hidden in the woods. Ain't no way that kid got stuck. Stupid.
Enchanting.
Truly enchanting. Got mud on your face, darling.
I found something.
Oi, that... It's probably an orc. Dead body.
It looks like a footsie.
Oh, yeah, you should probably leave. Yikes, bro. That's like a wolf. You should get the frick out of there.
Remember, if anybody asks, we're just out digging for snails.
Digging for snails. Oh my god, that's a beefy boy.
The council regrets to inform you, you won't be permitted to attend the next session.
Why?
Elf lords only.
Oh, is he half? Yeah, he's half and half, right? Right? Isn't Elrond half elf? I'm pretty sure he's the offspring of half human, half elf.
And look at you now. Commander of the Northern Armies, warrior of the wastelands. I half expected you to arrive caked in grime and mud.
Hey, she's still an elf. Let's be real.
He's still out there. The question now is where? I intend to ask of the King of Fresh Company. And supplies
You
enough
have only
to...
just arrived.
Yeah, man, she's not trying to stay.
Haven't you ever wondered?
The
What else is
Brandyfoots
out there?
are ancestors of those in the Shire.
I can't help but feel there's wonders in this world. Beyond our wandering.
Facts. There's also hardship.
Nobody goes off trail and nobody walks alone.
She's super gonna do that though, right? Like, she seems rebellious. She ain't gonna listen to you.
These most valiant of warriors
Gil-galad.
kneel here before us, victorious. These soldiers have swept across crag and crevice, washing away the last remnants of our enemy like a spring rain over the bones of a spoilt carcass.
Oh, he wrote the speech.
Our days of peace begin.
Ooh, look at that. Look at that look. Look of defiance. All that look. She's telling them there is more.
They will be escorted to the Grey Havens and granted passage across the sea to dwell for all eternity.
Oh, she's like, hell no, I ain't going anywhere.
The undying lands of Valinor. At last, they are going home.
All those other elves are stoked, and she's like, how dare you? That's kind of cool that they carved them into the trees.
I suppose some part of me always believed my rest would be here, with them.
That guy looks like Lee Pace.
But instead I am to leave them.
This is the gift of your king.
Nah. She doesn't see it as a gift.
A gift I have decided to refuse.
Yes. Hell yeah.
It is over. The evil is gone.
Then why is it not gone from in here?
After all you have endured.
Grief still carries with her.
Conflicted.
I don't think she's conflicted at all.
Evil does not sleep, Elrond. It waits.
You will linger here, an outcast, poisoned in dark whispers and dreams.
And in the West, you think my fate would be better? Where song would mock the cries of battle in my ears.
Oof.
If but a whisper of a rumor of the threat you perceive proves true, I will not rest until it is put right. You have fought long enough,
He kind of
Galadriel.
does, you know, do that with
Put
her.
up your sword.
Without it, what am I to be?
Galadriel.
My friend.
Oof. I guess the men don't love elves.
Arondir.
Arondir.
On what day was he here?
Oh, let it go, nigh fears.
Oi.
The lot you lump us in with died off 1,000 years ago. When are you people gonna let the past go?
Okay, so there is some tension.
Easy, lad. Quench the fire.
Ho, ho, ho.
Come on, lad.
The fires of youth. So, okay. Did the men fight on the bad side? Or were maybe mercenaries, possibly? Okay, so there's some romantic tension here.
And the well. How was it?
Did you draw some water? We are awaited at Osterith.
Little innuendos.
Only twice in known history has a pairing between elves and humans even been attempted, and on each occasion, it ended in tragedy. It ended in death. Then why do you persist?
The High King has declared the days of war are over.
Because she's hot as hell, that's why.
All
That's
the
why he
fire outposts
persists.
are being disbanded. We're leaving.
Oh no.
79 years I've been stationed here.
79.
And be grateful.
I feel like you're judging them a little too
But you would
harshly
never see
there,
them again.
buddy. He likes seeing her. She's smoking hot.
I heard you were leaving.
How did you hear that
Yeah.
already?
Say what you wish to say.
I have said it already. 100 times over, in every way but words.
Ooh.
She's got some sort of a sickness.
What manner of sickness?
Probably ate the poison grass. Ugh.
What was that? Squirted out of her.
How far east?
She might have made it as far as Horden.
That's gross.
This is the real bounty.
Booze? Oh. Don't
watch it.
Touch it. It's a.
Are you acquainted with the work of Lord Celebrimbor?
Celebrimbor?
The greatest of elven smiths, of course.
He forged.
I've admired his artistry since I was
Did
a child.
he helped Sauron. You play
We've decided
kind of
that you
as him
will
in
be working with him.
the Shadow of Mordor games. If I remember, in the games he was tricked by Sauron.
The people of Horden were known for having been especially strong in their loyalty to Morgoth.
I'm talking about my friends. Close kin. I know them. There are good people there.
There might also be bad people there.
The only kind touch I've known all my days in this land.
Wow. You guys should just make out already. Boy, someone
Horden
burned that town. Dang. Taking all their warrior gear off. Very symbolic. Oh, okay, so they're all singing. Right before she gets there. Oh man, the way this is building at the end of the episode is getting me hyped.
But sometimes the lights shine just as brightly reflected in the water as they do in the sky.
How do you know which way to look? Which lights do you follow?
Sometimes we cannot know until we have touched the darkness.
You know what you gotta do, Galadriel. God dang, that's gotta be like such a momentous decision to essentially like deny heaven. The path opened up to them. And not... Well, I mean, it opened up to her too, but she decided not to take it. Ooh. What came down? Is it the man? There's like, isn't there a man in the middle? Oh, the music. Oh. end to that episode, eh? Holy cow. What a start. Dude, that was like, I feel like every single moment, like every second of that episode felt like grand in nature, and it felt epic, and it clearly is expensive as hell. Like, holy crap. I love the tone that this is setting already of, like, you know, the evil that they fought and died against is not gone. And Galadriel is the only one that believes that it's still out there, and she's willing to do whatever it takes to hunt it down and finish it. And all the other elves are like, no, like, Galadriel, like, it's done, like, we're Gucci now. And she's like, it's very much like, she kind of has, not like, I mean, maybe a little bit of like PTSD, a little bit, but like, it's very reminiscent of like stories you'll hear of like soldiers who like come home from war and feel as though they aren't, like, either they can't fit in to society well, or they choose to go back into service because they're like, I can't live a normal life, like, it's not meant for me. And at this point in her journey, that high elvish life, you know, transitioning back to the undying lands is not something she can find in her heart to do, right? Like, just I feel like that opening little talk with her brother is gonna be like a carrying theme for her throughout this series. I mean, it definitely was, at least in this episode, where she's like, how do I know which lights to follow? You know, how do you know which path to choose? And he's like, well, you only know when you've touched the darkness. Like, and that's not necessarily him encouraging her to go touch darkness, but I think in that he was saying, like, you only truly know, like, where you need to go when you've experienced life and you've experienced both the joys and pains of it. And she's experienced both for sure, and now she knows what she needs to do. That whole opening sequence of, like, you know, their journey to find Sauron, like traveling north to and finding that snow troll, and you know, the fortress and the symbol and all that was like so cool and epic, and it was awesome. I think a lot of people probably thought that part was going to be like Galadriel's whole journey in this show, but the fact that it was literally just like the first 10 minutes of like very much setting up the general conflict of the show is like, this is not done. Everyone believes it's done, and it's not done, and it's gonna become bigger than ever. I wonder, I kind of wish we could have seen the war against Morgoth, right? That was the guy's name. He's like the big bad. I wonder if maybe if this show does like really well and the Tolkien estate is like stoked about it, maybe they'll allow them to make some movies or TV shows about, you know, that time period in the past. That would be very interesting. But so far this is a strong start. I really enjoyed this first episode. Yeah, so far I think I'm really gonna enjoy Galadriel's story. I'm pretty excited about what we're seeing so far. We also met a few other characters in this show. Nori, I believe that was her name, right? Cast. Yeah, Eleanor Nori Brandyfoot. She is one of the Harfoots, and she is rebellious, rambunctious. You know, the Harfoots very much just want to be this like carefree, you know, carefree people that you know, they stay in their lane, they do their thing, they you know, she is the one that wants, either consciously or subconsciously, to be more, I think, and she is the one that's going to be, you know, journeying out, you know, going on adventures. She's very much not the type to just like chill at home and like eat fruits and just be content with that life. Like, she wants to go out and explore and have fun, and at the end of the episode, she is the one that finds the man who crashed down to Earth. We don't know 100% who that is at the moment. I've seen some theories that that is Sauron come back, or it could be various other characters, not 100% sure, but I'm looking forward to finding out. And I'm curious to see like how she is gonna factor into the story as a whole. We also met Arondir. He is a elf who's patrolling the lands of men, and they have them there because at some point the people of this area, some of them at least, did not stand on the right side, and they fought with Morgoth. And so because of that, you know, the elves probably don't fully trust them, and so he has been patrolling their lands for the last 79 years, and he has fallen in love with a lady. Arondir has fallen in love with Bronwyn, and they have some real sexual tension. they need to smash cheeks immediately, and just like, because you can cut that with a knife. And I have a feeling I'm really going to enjoy their story as well. I've always been somewhat partial to those types of stories, like even in The Hobbit, with frick, what is the characters' names? The love relationship that happens between the elf woman and the dwarf man, that doesn't end well, but it made me cry. I liked that a lot, so I feel like I'm gonna become attached to that storyline in this show as well. But Bronwyn has a son named Theo, and he finds a broken blade, Sauron's broken blade, or like one of the blades of someone who fought with Sauron or Morgoth or whatever, and it's got the symbol on it, the symbol of Sauron. And so I'm curious where that's going to lead as well. We also met Celebrimbor. Celebrimbor is a cool character. The extent of what I know of Celebrimbor comes from the Shadow of Mordor games, where you play as like a ranger from like a ranger who was on or stationed on like the Black Gate or whatever, I think. And he dies, but he gets brought back to life by Celebrimbor, and like you like play as you play as that ranger, but he has like the spirit of Celebrimbor like inside him, and you can like go into like the shadow realm, and it's really cool. But from what I remember, I think Sauron comes and he corrupts or tricks Celebrimbor into helping him forge the rings of power, like not the main one, not like the One Ring, but like he helps him forge all the like the other minor ones that he gives to the dwarves and the kings and all that jazz. And that's part of that, like that's part of the story of those games is Celebrimbor feels guilty for the role that he played. And so I'm curious to see where that goes as well. But yeah, dude, this first episode was dope. If I wasn't almost late to work, I would watch the second episode as well. I'll probably end up watching the second episode some point tonight. But I'm very pleased with what I've seen. I'm really enjoying it so far, and I'm looking forward to more. They dropped the first 2 episodes today, and then, you know, weekly after that. I don't know how many episodes there are in the season as a whole, but I'm very excited. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. That's one of the things that I very much want to be true, is I want this show to win over all the people that are mad about, you know, it not being completely, you know, source accurate or whatever, like page or like word for word translation, right? Like there's just so many people being like, oh, it's woke, it's gonna be trash. Like, and it's from what I've seen, people are enjoying it. At least the critics that saw it beforehand. I enjoyed this first episode immensely, and I am very much looking forward to the rest of it. So I think that's all I got to say about this first episode. I think you were kind of meant to watch the first 2 episodes together, but this first one definitely painted a good enough picture to semi understand what's going to be going on in the series as a whole. You know, it's about this encroaching evil coming back, this evil you thought was gone, but as Galadriel said, evil waits. It does not die, it waits until we are complacent, and then it blinds us. And I believe that is what this show is going to be about. It's going to be about Sauron corrupting the people of this land, and the lead-in to the classic Lord of the Rings story that we know from the books and the movies. So I'm very excited. Definitely let me know what you guys thought of the show or the first episode in the comments down below. I'd love to hear all your thoughts. Please do not be one of those people that comments that one dumb, I mean, it's not a dumb quote in and of itself, but like the quote that everyone and their mother that has been like everyone that has determined that they're gonna hate this show from the beginning, they comment that Tolkien quote where they're like, evil cannot create things, it just destroys things or copies things. It's like, bro, shut up. Like, just let people enjoy stuff for real. Yeah, that's one thing I'm gonna put out there right off the bat. I mean, if you're still watching at this point, you're probably not one of those people that will comment toxicity, you know, everywhere you go. But if you're one of those people that is going to come to my channel and try and convince me not to like this show, I'm just gonna block you. Like, I don't have the the patience to deal with you type of people. So either you know, if you have valid criticisms of the show, like as a whole, like you can say, hey, like, I wasn't necessarily the biggest fan of this specific part, but if you're just like, show's trash, show's woke, you know, not what Tolkien wanted, like, can't believe anyone likes this, just don't. Why focus your energy on things that you don't like? Why just focus your energy on things you do like? Go comment nice things on the things you enjoy. Don't comment negative things on the things you hate. There's no point. And you're just gonna get hidden from the channel, and you're gonna be commenting into the abyss. You're gonna think that's the beautiful thing about hiding people from your channel. If you didn't know this, as a YouTuber, if you comment dumb stuff, I can click on your little thing and hit hide from channel, and then your comment disappears. Like, it's gone from the video. You can continue to watch my videos and you can continue to comment, but nobody else sees your comments. You're shouting into nothing, and it's wonderful. You think you're making some sort of impact, you're not. It's so wonderful. It's a beautiful feature. But that's enough of my ranting against buttholes. I also don't gatekeep, you know, Lord of the Rings. If people want to enjoy this show, let people enjoy this show. I had the same attitude with, you know, the people that would comment mean things about the Wheel of Time. I like it, and if you don't like it, good for you. Don't come to my comment section trying to convince me not to like it. But that's all I will say about that. Again, let me know what you thought, as long as it's not toxic. If you enjoyed my reaction, please leave a like on the video. It means a lot to me, helps my channel out a ton. If you are new here or you find yourself coming back often, hit subscribe and ring the bell so you're notified when I upload. Especially if you want to see me react to the rest of this series, because I will be watching every episode. And then if you want to see the full uncut version of this reaction, consider supporting me on Patreon. That is linked in the description below. Again, since this is the first episode of a new season, I will be making that free and public for anyone to check out if it's something you're interested in. And if you find yourself enjoying it, consider supporting me long-term in the future. I hope to be able to do this YouTube thing full-time eventually, and Patreon is the most effective way of helping me reach that goal. So your support would mean the world. But otherwise, I think that's all I got on this first episode. Thank you for watching my video. Hopefully you guys stick around for more, and I will catch you guys next time.